I'm at my wit's end. I graduated from an elite university with a degree in chemical engineering in August 2019. The problem is I finished with a 2.5 GPA, and my GPA while I was in school was even lower than that. The only job I had while I was in college was as a math tutor, so year after year of searching, I decided to become a math teacher in August 2020 for a year so I could earn money while I looked for an engineering job. Come June 2021, I was still looking, so I decided to teach for another year while I continued looking. Well, it's now April 2022, and I'm still teaching and still looking. I can't get a job because I have no experience, and I have no experience because I can't get a job. The whole time I've been applying, editing, revising my resume, and really trying to get a job at companies like my local utilities companies, Raytheon, Texas Instruments, Tesla, and others. I've been applying to entry-level jobs as engineer, engineering intern, co-op, specialist, technician, operator, and still nothing. I either don't hear back from these companies or I hear back months later with a rejection. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to teach anymore. I studied engineering because that's what I want to do. All right, so this, here's what I have to say. I think that it's very aspirational, Raytheon, TI, Tesla, but there's just so many more companies out there that hire engineers. And I think you need to start broadening your search radius, both physically and in the types of companies that you're looking for. You said you're applying for your local utilities and other jobs in your area. But there are thousands upon thousands of companies out there that do valuable work that aren't the brand names that you're mentioning. So, hey, say for example, if you really want to look for work for Texas Instruments or Tesla, maybe go look at the companies that supply for them, the smaller companies that may not be as sexy to all the other entry-level engineers that are looking on LinkedIn or Indeed, and apply to those companies. Look at your personal network. Do you have anybody that works for a small engineering firm or works for an engineering firm that you wouldn't even have realized is such a big corporation? Like, when I was in high school and college, I never had heard of Burns and McDonnell or Jacobs or Zachary until I got to like my junior year. And oh my goodness, these companies are huge and they do so much work. And there's so many jobs and they're constantly hiring people. Experience at one of those maybe less sexy consulting firms or at a smaller firm will get you much better results trying to apply for the big companies you mentioned, where you're going to be filtered out by some screener before your resume even hits a person. Your resume is going to have a bunch of teaching experience on there, and maybe I know that you want to have some teaching experience on there, but hopefully you've included as many engineering projects and stuff you did while you were in college on your resume as possible. But yeah, look at your personal network and your personal connections, and that's the strongest thing that you've got going for you right now. You don't have a good GPA. You went to a premier institution, but I don't know. I've never met anybody that really cared where I went to school. And you have some experience, but you have your personal network, and that's people that know what you do, and that's it. So the other thing I think about is, again, location. Maybe it'll take you working in a less desirable location, like at a refinery in the middle of nowhere, or like a manufacturing plant on the side of town that you don't like to go to, or a manufacturing plant in a small town, maybe 45 minutes, an hour and a half away from where you currently live, and maybe it'll involve relocating. But if you really, really want to work as an engineer, you don't have the GPA. Yes, you went to a big school, but again, resume, schools don't really care about that. They more so care about the quality of the engineering education that you got, and the experience that you have. And yeah, it's 2 years out and 3 years out, and it's really important that you get some engineering experience before people perceive that your degree has gone stale. So stop just applying to things that you see on LinkedIn and Indeed, and really start kind of pushing yourself to. And this subreddit, the Ask Engineers subreddit, or r/chemical engineering, maybe approaching this group and saying, hey, what are some companies that do great chemical engineering work that are large companies that make a large impact on my daily life that I may have never heard of. And maybe start applying at those companies. Because, I don't know, those Tesla jobs and those Amazon jobs and those TI jobs, I mean, they're looking for the best of the best, and they have the ability to be very selective because they have thousands and thousands of applications coming in for each position every day, or every week, or every month, or every year. So go for the yield and the high probability stuff. So that's my best wishes for you. I wish you the best of luck, but that is what I do. Thanks for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those things really help me out. They boost me up in the YouTube algorithm, and they'll help other people see this great content.
I'm not complaining. My thoughts get complicated. I cannot explain in layman's. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries. Thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify. They put me on the station.